Welcome to episode 1 of Dealbox Daily. My name's Jonathan Alvarado, and I'm joined by my co-host, Brendan McShane. Say hello, Brendan.
How's it going?
And today we have a special guest, Taylor Wallace, Chief of Staff from Total Network Services. Say hello, Taylor.
What's going on? You made me feel real special. Thank you.
You look a lot like Dave Ramsey.
Dude, yeah, it is. It's what I'm going after. I'm trying to get out of debt. So,
yeah. Well, that's a pretty good thing.
They say you have to embody the type of people that you want to be. So,
let's see if we have it. Okay, there we go. That's a good picture of you.
That's all right.
Welcome, Taylor Wallace. We're excited to have you with us and
Thanks,
kick off our first episode of Dealbox Daily. And what is Dealbox Daily? Well, we're going to go through the latest crypto and blockchain news so you don't have to. We cover everything digital assets, blockchain, of course, fintech. For entrepreneurs that are joining us, we're going to cover best practices for private placements. Investors that are joining us, we're going to cover everything alternative investments. We're going to dive into category design themes. You can view this on all streaming platforms, our podcast platforms, and obviously our blog. I want to invite everybody to learn more about Dealbox. We will be sprinkling bits and pieces about what we do throughout today's episode. But if you want to learn more about us, you can visit our site at dlbx.io. Again, that's dlbx.io. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, Brendan, to jump into today's articles for you. Thank you. Take it away, Brendan.
Yeah, let's get into it. So right here, we're going to look at the first article, and it's from Forbes. It was posted July 18th and got Bitcoin. We'll buy Intel. U.S. government offers cryptocurrency bounty and radical new approach to fighting cybercrime. So let's see what that exactly means. In what appears to be the first for American government, the U.S. Department of State is offering to pay a cryptocurrency bounty worth up to 10,315 Bitcoin at the time in return for actionable intelligence about cyber attacks orchestrated by foreign governments. I think that's pretty interesting. This is the first time that the U.S. government is offering cryptocurrency as a legitimate form of payment for services. What do you think about that, Taylor?
I mean, I think money talks. I mean, we've seen a lot of people say, especially in government positions, that crypto isn't going to be much, and a lot of just establishment type figures are very bearish on Bitcoin for the in the long run. It's volatile. I think that's just kind of the proof's in the pudding. They know that the people who are going to be able to solve their biggest problems are the most forward thinking people, and that's what we're seeing right here. So, yeah.
A bounty for anybody who, what exactly?
Yeah, for anyone that has information about cyber attacks against the U.S. government. It seems like they know who their clientele is.
It seems like they know their audience pretty well.
Yeah. Let's jump into the next one. We got nuclear power. Nuclear power Bitcoin mining is coming to Ohio in December. The nuclear and fossil fuel powered generator Energy Harbor Corp announced Monday that it is partnered with Bitcoin mining hosting provider Standard Power, according to a press release. The CEO said, "By partnering with Energy Harbor, we have proactively structured our hosting capabilities to ensure that 100% of power associated with this facility is carbon free." I think this is great news that the Bitcoin community and the crypto community in general is starting to provide answers for their critics in that it can be environmentally friendly and that it can be carbon free.
Yeah, I love this in general, just from a larger standpoint. I mean, there's so many technologies that if we were to look at what they were doing at their inception, we would say, if we let this run amok, it's just going to cause problems for us in the long run. But I think with, ingenuity like this, there's so many. Take the automotive industry for an example. If we were to look 20 years ago and say, hey, if the automotive industry has a boom and, in 2020, that's only going to cause more problems for us, right? But turns out there's a lot of people buying electric cars now. So yeah, I love this. The other thing I was going to mention was I saw Musk, Mr. Elon, talking about this yesterday. He said that Tesla would likely resume accepting Bitcoin for purchases once mining becomes less environmentally taxing. And then he said, it looks like Bitcoin is shifting more towards renewables. I would want to do a little bit more diligence to confirm the percentage of renewable energy is at or above 50%. Looks like that's his threshold. But then he goes on to mention hydroelectric, geothermal, and nuclear energy could all be good sources of power for Bitcoin mining, he noted. And yeah, I just love that. Yeah.
Well, just for our audience members who may not particularly, they know of Bitcoin, but don't know what Bitcoin mining is. Taylor, can you walk us very quickly through that? Just for the average Joe who's probably tuning in and has no idea what Bitcoin mining is.
Yeah, there's going to be a much better explanation than what I can give in a short form little answer here. But essentially, you have a distributed network, and you have a bunch of people who are mining Bitcoin, of course, to get Bitcoin. But also what they're doing is they are confirming other people's transactions that are happening on or with Bitcoin. So you have a ledger that anybody can look into at any time, and any transaction that happens on that Bitcoin ledger is recorded immutably, so anybody can see that. But what's really cool is if you are a miner of Bitcoin, you are helping other people essentially perform their transactions of Bitcoin. So anything sent or received as a miner, you are sacrificing your computing power for the benefit of receiving some of that good coin.
So everybody collectively is essentially sharing their computing power to be able to go in and produce more of this high demand, scarce resource that over time we just start to get more and more of.
Yeah, well, it's anti-inflationary. So there's only this limited amount of Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. So we're not necessarily producing more, we're just mining it.
Fantastic. Brendan, why Ohio?
I think they're going for, there's already a nuclear power plant built, and these things are so expensive and the public does not like them around. So they're utilizing energy that's already there. And I think that's a good move on their standpoint.
Good piece, guys.
Yeah,
really good one.
I love it. Yeah. Ohio, LeBron James, the Black Keys, and now Bitcoin mining.
Black Keys.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah, from Ohio, Akron.
Good mix.
Check them out. They're great.
And now Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
Jumping into something a little more fun here. Grooming products firm Axi releases limited edition crypto scented Doge body spray. Not exactly sure what crypto scented is, but Unilever Axi figured that one out for us. I would love to see what that actually smells like. Around 1,000 lucky Americans entered a giveaway of a limited edition Dogecoin themed body spray called the Doge Can. The body spray was released by the brand of male grooming products Axi, a subsidiary of firm Unilever. We can see somebody got their package right here, posted on Twitter. I think this is a great move PR-wise. Obviously, this is not super profitable, but this will get people talking, and the community will always jump on this. And moving forward, I think other brands are going to try and jump on this community and partner with them in any kind of marketing or PR launch.
I love this. The Doge army is real. If you go on Twitter, you search up some hashtags like Dogecoin rise. I mean, there is a serious army of Dogecoin troops out there who are so bullish on it. No matter what's happening, it'll go to 1 cent and they'll be claiming $1. But yeah, I love this. Again, it's money talks. I mean, these businesses are looking for ways to increase the revenue, get their name out there, be relevant again. And this is, I love the validation here. 1,000 Axi cans sold instantly, sold out. And,
it says a lot about Axi knowing their target audience, which I'm sure is the two of you guys. You guys must use a ton of Axi in the morning. Taylor, Brendan.
Yeah, I mean, to start the day and
religiously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
that's all I.
Just smell like middle school locker room.
Dude, 7th grade. Come on, what up, Brendan? I remember we talked about this earlier. You were mentioning that this sale crashed their website.
Yeah, everyone just rushed the website to sign up for this, and it actually brought it down. Just shows the popular mind.
I think it's the same thing with the GameStop effect. There's something fun about a piece of our childhood being revitalized through this kind of this new army of people, just people taking control of what businesses live and die. I think that's really fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break to talk about Dealbox's investment packaging for entrepreneurs. Have you ever gone through the process of raising money? For those of us who are tuning in and are in the middle of putting together an investment package, an investor deck, Dealbox has everything you need to say goodbye to gruelingly long, inefficient rounds. We want to invite all of you to visit raise.dlbx.io, investment-packaging, to learn more about what we can do to help you win. All righty. With that, I'm going to turn it back to Brendan for Article 4. Take it away, Brendan.
Yeah, thank you for that. And here's the next one. This is actually my personal favorite article. It is about Axi Infinity, which is an NFT game that just came out of nowhere. I don't know who saw it coming, but if they did, they must have made a lot of money by now. I know Axi has, because if you just look at their revenue, just almost nothing, and then just boom, all in this month right here. Just says it perfect. In April, the revenue is $670,000. In May, 3 million. June, 12 million. July alone, 79 million.
Wow.
And they think they'll close the month at $153 million. The game works similar to Pokemon, and actually takes a fee for every time somebody wants to transact each Pokemon, monster, creature, whatever they want to call it. They take a 4.3% fee. And I was reading further in this article, to start playing, you need 3 monsters, and it costs right now $195 to get started just to play, even though it's a free-to-play game. And I think this is going to end up sparking off the play-to-earn economy. This is going to be the game to, I hope, push it forward. And maybe some AAA studios will start taking a look over and considering building NFT-built games.
Talk to us a little bit about gamification, Taylor, because you've obviously had some ideas and some strategic campaigns around this, and just some of the work you do at TNS and subsidiary companies. How can things like this help advance the adoption of cryptocurrency exchange?
I think it's all about making crypto easy, which is one of our biggest campaign at TNS. It's about bringing it to where the users already are. You can't speak in, an immutable ledger or cryptocurrency and all, like, people don't, that doesn't mean anything to anybody, right? So you can't bring everybody up to that level. You have to kind of go where the people are already at. And so I think, I think this is a brilliant play by these guys. It's already capitalizing on the fact that everybody's on their phones, they're on their computers, and they're interested in spending time in this way already. So I just read this stat. Axi's generated in the last week $40 million in revenue, which is more than all of Ethereum's gas fees in the same period of time.
Holy cow.
All of it, 40 million more than all of Ethereum's gas fees in the last week.
Incredible.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you something.
Well, I think it's only a matter of time before Pokemon jumps in here and helps start to get that 16 to 21, maybe even younger demographic. It's best to start them young, I think, because once you've kind of had a certain way of looking at the world and exchanging value, it starts to get incrementally more difficult. I'm just reminded of that quote from The Matrix that Morpheus tells Neo, "We never free a mind after a certain age."
A lot of good quotes from that movie. A lot of good quotes from that movie. Free your mind.
Yeah, this game is definitely hopping on the new wave of free to play and all about skins and collectibles, which ties well into actually the blockchain utilization of this. Next one up, bigger headline. Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins film to be sold as NFT on new venue Vuel. Anthony Hopkins' new film dubbed Zero Contact is set to be dropped on the Vuel NFT net marketplace in the next month or so. Pretty soon. He's a big name for making a film and then putting it on the NFT. Not much has come out about the film, except that it follows 5 characters around the globe, connected only by their devotion to tech titan Finley Hart. And it was filmed during COVID, and a lot of it was over Zoom. So we'll find out with the quality, but this is an interesting step forward. I know, Taylor, we talked earlier, you had some good thoughts on how this can be moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the most interesting part of this isn't, I mean, the movie sounds interesting, but it's more of the Well marketplace. It says in that article, it says it's centered on movie distribution and film viewing, and users of the platform can purchase content in crypto or fiat currency. Zero Contact appears to be the only project announced at this stage, and the firm hasn't specified which blockchain the marketplace is built on. Yeah, we talk a lot about NFTs at TNS. We're building a lot of cool things regarding NFTs, but one of the biggest things that we're always talking about is how do you get, it's one thing to say, okay, you have this rare file or whatever it is, this digital asset that you can consume, but where are you going to consume it is the question. And right now people are consuming their music on Spotify or on Apple Music. They're consuming their videos on Netflix, on YouTube. So how do you combine this world of this rare asset that only a few people can see, and then give it to the consumers in a place where they're actually going to consume it? Because like we were talking about earlier, like let's say someone releases a music video or something like that, or a movie like this. Are they just going to get the MP4 file and play it on their
Right.
on their computer's like local video player? And that's no, they're going to want to play it where they play all their other movies. So I think the reason why this is the only project that Well has, but they're still calling it a whole marketplace, is because they've realized that there's a need for this, and there's a need for a marketplace where people can go. They know they can go to consume their NFT content that is a viable option that competes with the major streaming platforms. So I think we'll see a lot more of this. And I think once those streaming platforms, I think it'll be a battle between the Vuels and the Netflixes. If Netflix can say, hey, you can stream your unique NFT movies on our platform that you have in your Netflix wallet or something like that. I mean, I'm just really interested to see where that goes. But yeah.
Absolutely. Well, folks, there you have it. Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins is putting together a new film to be sold as an NFT on new platform Vel. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
We're not sure. Well,
let us know in the comments if it's Vel or Vel, and do your best to articulate that to us. We were so excited to have you today. We will be back live tomorrow, Friday, July 23rd at 4 p.m. Pacific Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank my co-host Brendan and our guest Taylor Wallace for joining us today. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.